Are smart switches better than smart bulbs? Let's find out.
Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we will talk about smart lighting in your home and which one is better choice, changing your light bulbs to smart bulbs or changing your light switch to smart switches. Comment down below which one you have set up at your home. Also, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you and I appreciate it. I have both smart switches and smart bulbs at home, and I can tell you if you can, go with smart switches instead of the bulbs, because smart bulbs will only work if the switch is on. And if you don't use some type of switch cover to prevent the switch from being used, you will end up not able to control your smart bulbs or run any routines or schedules you set up, because somebody or even you might have accidentally turned off the switch. Majority of the time, it is still easier and faster for you to toggle the switch instead of voice commands, or opening the app on your phone just to turn on the lights. I personally use the smart bulbs or smart switches more for automated routines like turning the lights on and off when you're not home for security, and also for scheduled on and off times. If we are at home, the manual turning on and off of switches are still the norm, and smart switches will be the better option if you still use the switch manually but still want routine schedules and remote access to control the lights when you're not at home. Smart bulbs though are easier to set up, no electrical wiring required, and if you want to change colors of your lights. Comment below, RGB light users, if you really do use and set your RGB bulbs to different colors instead of the regular warm or cool white. In our household, the panel behind me and my son's room are the only RGB setup in the house, and most of the time this is what it looks like at my son's room. Once in a blue moon, he will set it in different color. There are some instances though that smart bulbs will be a better choice. One is if your house doesn't have a neutral wire. Most smart switches need a neutral wire to properly work. There are a few smart switches though that will not need it, but they might not be reliable. Also, if you don't want to mess with electricity and wires, or if you're not allowed to make any changes, like if you are a renter or living in an apartment, then smart bulbs would be a better choice. Today I'll show you how I install and set up a smart switch from TreatLife, and see if this can be an option for you instead of just getting smart bulbs. By the way, thank you TreatLife for sending me these switches to be checked out. First, I will just be replacing my office light toggle switch with TreatLife's single pole on and off smart switch. One thing that you also need to do, and more than likely you will need to replace, is the wall plate. Not unless it is only a one gang box, one switch that you are going to replace. So you have to plan this and know what you need beforehand, and get one before installing the new switch. Now turn off power to the switch from your breaker box. Unscrew the wall plate and remove. Just to be safe, double check and make sure there is no power at the switch. Unscrew the switch that you're going to replace. Unscrew or cut the wires and label them using the included labels. The line wire will be the black wire or the hot wire. The red one is the load or wire from the light. Neutral is the white wire. And we know that the bare copper wire is the ground. Instead of wire nuts, I'll be using Wago connectors, which are way easier to use. Flip up the tabs and insert the load or the red wire from the switch and connect it to the red wire from the wall. Then the hot or the line wire, black to black. Then the green wire to the ground. Now for the neutral, I'll just use the existing wire nut. Just screw it in tight and give it a tug to make sure the connections are properly secured. Push the wires into the box so that you can put in the switch, and secure it using the included 2 machine screws. Now I need a new wall plate, so I bought this separately, a decorator and toggle combo. I just need to align and screw it in using the included screws, and installation is complete. Time to turn the power back on. Download, sign up, and open up the TreatLife app. Click the plus sign and add device. Choose the light switch that you have, and I have the single pole one. Push and hold the switch button for 5 seconds, and when the status light flashes, click next. This will only connect to a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. Type in your password and click next, and wait until it is connected. If you have set up the app with Amazon Alexa, it will automatically connect to it. Switch is connected. Now I can turn on and off my office light using the app, and I can also physically toggle on and off the light switch itself and use voice commands.
Turn on office light. Turn off office light.
One cool thing about smart switches is that it is not just lights that it can control. It can also control your ceiling fans, which I did review TreatLife ceiling fan switch a while back, and I will link it down below if you haven't seen it yet. They also have a combo smart switch, which is both a light switch, which is dimmable, and has a fan control in one switch. Wiring is the same as their basic single pole switch, except it has an extra wire that you need to connect to the fan. Because it is only one switch for both light and fan control, I have to get a less common faceplate for a 2-gang box but only has a 1 decorative slot. I'll link it down below if you need one for your setup. For the TreatLife smart switches, it has been working pretty good, just needing a simple setup to connect it to the app and voice assistants like Alexa and Google Home. They do sell switches also that are compatible to Apple HomeKit. And the combo light and fan switch works pretty good, and aside from me being able to control the light and dim it, and also turn and off the fan and control its speed, I like that I can also do all of that using Amazon Alexa.
Turn on living room light and fan. Change living room fan speed to 3. Change living room light to 100%. Turn off living room light and fan.
Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.